Builders, designers, home and commercial building owners nationwide have selected R-Control SIPs for their fast construction, strength, and energy benefits.
What are SIPs? There is no better illustration of the classic equation, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Because you're doing 4 or 5 steps at once rather than going back, laying out, framing, shearing, insulating. We gain it all in one step.
Start with the foam insulation known as expanded polystyrene, or EPS. Premier manufactures its own EPS through its Insulfoam division. Tiny styrene beads are heated with steam to about 40 times their original size. Once the pre-expanded beads are dried, they are sent to the block molder for another round of steam expansion where the foam takes on its final density in the form of a giant block. This block will be trimmed and slabbed with hot wires to make premier panel cores. Unlike other foam products, which use a chemical expansion process, our EPS is highly stable. EPS does not degrade or emit harmful gases into the environment. And of course, EPS is recyclable. Respect for the environment is one reason architect Paul Olson of Jones & Jones used premier panels on Sleeping Lady Resort near Leavenworth, Washington.
The whole point of the project was to do something that was as ecologically and environmentally responsible as we could make it in terms of energy and resource efficiency. And we wanted to insulate the shell as well as we possibly could. We wanted to minimize any kind of thermal bridging that there might be through structural members. And we wanted to reduce the amount of raw material we were using, including wood. So in order to do that, the panels were a really great choice.
Premier also treats the foam to resist wood-boring insects with a naturally occurring mineral that helps prevent infestation from termites and carpenter ants. Next, we laminate 2 sheets of engineered wood, known as oriented strand board, or OSB, to the foam core, producing a structural insulated panel. OSB is the predominant sheeting choice among today's builders. OSB comes from renewable, fast-growing crop forests, not old-growth timber. This environmentally responsible wood product is engineered to rigorous specifications. Premier uses only the highest quality OSB from suppliers such as Weyerhaeuser, Tolco, and others. The pressure lamination and curing process uses a 2-part structural grade adhesive, which gives a panel its ultimate strength, consistency, and proven durability.
They go up straighter, the walls are straighter. Our buildings are typically within 1/16 of an inch of square.
In fact, the walls of a panel home have been engineered to withstand winds in excess of 120 miles an hour and earthquakes of tremendous magnitude. You will find panel roofs at 12,000-foot elevations where snow loads exceed 250 pounds per square foot. You will also find panel housing above the Arctic Circle, where temperatures rarely get above 0 in winter. Oak Ridge National Laboratory has conducted numerous tests which compare the R value, or thermal protection, in various wall assemblies, such as 2x6 stick frame, metal studs, and SIPs. The panels have outperformed every construction criteria. A 6-inch panel wall measured a whopping 58% more energy efficient than the 2x6 stick wall. The Lund family of Olympia, Washington found out firsthand what premier panel efficiency means. To ensure consistent delivery of the best panel money can buy, Premier has embarked on the most comprehensive destructive tests in the industry. These tests, performed by code-recognized third-party laboratories, cover the main forces exerted on a panel. A transverse or bending load is applied to panels lying horizontal, such as in floor and roof assemblies, while an axial load is applied to the top of a wall assembly. In every test, Premier panels exhibited tremendous strength. Just to give you an idea, let's construct a 1,600 square foot house with 6-inch walls 10 feet high. The walls are connected using splines. These walls have an axial load design of 4,042 pounds per linear foot. With an outside perimeter of approximately 156 linear feet, These Premier walls can support almost 315 tons, or 1.5 747 jetliners. Keep in mind, all of Premier's load design charts have an engineering factor of 3. The actual load tested to 3 times this amount.
Very sturdy. It's the sturdiest building I've ever seen.
We have prepared load design charts covering a wide variety of spans and conditions, which will help you and your design professionals during the design process.
Well, I think I'd say that we appreciate the support that we get from Premier from initial design right through construction.
Premier has conducted an extensive fire assembly test. 1-hour fire-resistive assemblies are achieved by combinations of underlying structure and protection of that structure by gypsum wallboard. Our foam also contains a flame retardant, which helps keep a fire in check. Tests have determined the relative toxicity of EPS compared to other building materials and common household fibers. The results show that the potential hazard from EPS is well below that of wood, polyester, cotton, wool, and other common materials. What does all this mean to you? Premier delivers what you expect. Premier panels covered with gypsum not only resist fires, in some instances they have helped contain them. Premier panels perform better in earthquakes than stick frame. Several panel structures in both the Kobe, Japan temblor in 1995 and the 1989 Loma Prieta quake in Northern California exhibited no structural impairment, while other structures collapsed. Premier's full line of engineered wood products also includes Insulam, a nailable roof deck. Ideally suited for the timber frame and log home industry, Insulam is faced with OSB on one side of the foam core. This non-structural panel can be used over metal, plywood, TNG, and gypsum in both wall and roof applications. After weighing the factors and deciding that panels are the obvious choice, you will make a deposit, and the Premier drafting team will begin drawing your order. Once drawn, you will review and revise your shop drawings. Premier prepares new shops to reflect each revision. Generally, once all revisions have been made, you will approve the drawings and we get final engineering calculations. After engineering, we fabricate your project. We begin by cutting in the standard electrical chases. 1 vertical every 4 feet and 2 horizontal chases conveniently placed for your wall outlets and light switches. Your electrician will appreciate not having to drill studs every 16 inches.
As a general contractor, I was very pleased with the panels. The electrician had no problems. We marked out the pre-made electrical chases in the panels for him. He ran all his Romex prior to top plating. Had no problems. It went very, very smooth.
Next, we laminate your panels together and let them cure under pressure. After curing, it is off to the SIP ripper or Viper, where your windows, doors, and gable ends are cut out using our state-of-the-art computer-controlled gantry router. At speeds up to 600 inches per minute, we not only maintain tight tolerances, we can turn around an order very quickly. At this stage, we also recess your panels to receive connecting members, such as splines, lumber, and eye joists. Finally, our quality control team checks the measurements against the